హరి ఓం. మేధాం మే ఇంద్రో దదాతు మేధాం దేవి సరస్వతి మేధాం మే అశ్వినౌభౌ ఆధత్తాం పుష్కరస్యాః ఆప్యాయంతు మమాంగాని వాక్ ప్రాణశ్చక్షుశ్రోత్రమధుబలమింద్రియాణి చ సర్వాణి సర్వం బ్రహ్మోపనిషదం మాహం బ్రహ్మ నిరాకుర్యాం మా బ్రహ్మ నిరాకరోత్ అనిరాకరణమస్తు అనిరాకరణమస్తు తదాత్మని నిరతేయ ఉపనిషత్సు ధర్మాః తే మయి సంతు తే మయి సంతు. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. Hearty fraternal greetings and good wishes to all the brothers and the sisters. In the morning I left out one part of the 10th mantra, which is connected actually to the 11th mantra. Actually the last part of the 10th mantra and the next mantra, that is 11th mantra, they are together. That's why I have left it out. I will recapitulate the 10th mantra first. Tauna satya vasvinau mahema is the first line, which means you Aswins, Tauna satya vasvinau mahema, you Aswins, I worship your glory. Mahima means magical state of these beings. The second line is Sajanchaya Bibhradaha Pushkarasya. They are wearing Pushkaras, means the lotuses. And the lotuses are, as we all know, are unfolding energies. These lotuses are made into garlands. Srajam means garland. Srajam. So they wear the garlands, which are, as I said, blue and white, which secrete. They secrete by the day, they secrete by the night. What is it that they secrete? They secrete whatever is their content. The Aswins, they are immortal beings, and they secrete that essence into these lotuses, which in turn secrete onto the planet and into the beings of the earth. The cyclical movement enables such release of energies from the sun in the night and from the sun in the day at the rate of 6 sunshines a day. So all the 6 sunshines continuously, they keep on secreting energies which nourish the planet and the planetary beings. That is the Tavna Satya Amrita Avrudha Vrute. It says that they are filled with those energies of immortal nature, and they are distributing those energies via the lotuses by the night and by the day, which it is poetically said that they wear a garland of lotuses. A garland of lotuses of the night and lotuses of the day. And all these secretions which emerge from these lotuses are taken by the Devas, who secrete from their back. That's how it is. They secrete from their back for the lower planes of existence. So we also secrete from our back, which are inferior to what we consume. That comes in the next stanza or mantra. We consume and we nourish the body, and what we excrete, the secretions of the Aswins are taken by the Devas, and the Devas excrete. And those excretions are being collected from higher circle to lower circle. It is a kind of secretion. They receive from higher circles and they distribute to lower circles. That's how the whole creation is worked out. The whole creation is worked out on the basis that the secretions of one being, the excretions of one being, nourish another being. For example, the excreta of the cow is useful for the plant kingdom. The animal kingdom is supported by the human kingdom. Because the humans, they cultivate the field and they take the grains, they take the cereals, they leave out the hay. That hay is used for the animals, the grass. The animals, they take water and they take the grass, and then they secrete milk again, which is good, which is useful for humans, which is also useful. The urine and the other excrete, the stool of the animals are useful to cause fertilization to the earth that would enable the plants to grow in a much more healthier way. This process we have to observe. Whatever the plants excrete they give us oxygen. And whatever we release by way of air is taken by the plants. That's where the third ray energy functions in the topmost order in creation. Nothing is wasted in creation. The Devas receive from the Aswins, all categories of Devas, they receive energies from the higher circles. They distribute to the lower circles. We the humans, we receive the energies from out of a variety of, from the Devas we receive energies, from the animal we receive energies by way of cow milk, and then from the plants we receive. Whatever we are receiving is a secretion coming down from the back of the higher being. From the back of the higher being, the secretion comes down to for the beings in the lower plane as their food. As their food. Like that, what is received and what is distributed, all is put to good use. All is put to good use. The Devas, the secretions coming from the Devas, from their back, we receive it, the plant receives it, the animal receives it, all receive the nourishment. And they again, from their back the secretion comes. The secretions coming from the back of the beings is what is called excreta. Excreta. In fact, we also came like that. Each one of us, we came out from a secretion which emerged from our father into our mother. And we grew in the mother's womb, and then we are also again secreted, meaning sent out by the back of the mother, the lower part of the mother. From father's lower part, the pregnancy happens. From mother's lower part, we are delivered. It's a hard but bitter reality, no? Where from have we all come? From the lower part of the mother. How did we get into mother? From the lower part of the father. How did he get it? From higher circles. So everyone receives by the higher part and gives out in the lower. We receive through mouth and then we release through the lower part, which is called the back. Prapadena means it is not the from behind the legs means. The other meaning is behind your back, where the legs commence. Where the hip is the basis for the legs, and in between the leg, we are all released from in between the legs, that too from the back side, not from the front side. అందరూ ముడ్లోంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళే కదా. అంచేత this is the arrangement in creation, that we emerge from higher circles. Any being emerging is emerging from the back of the higher being into lower plane. Anything emerging from us also is also emerging from our lower parts. This should be understood. Once this is understood, 10 and 11 both are understood. 10 and 11 are both. From the sun we get energies, from moon we get energies. We receive the energies. All the energies we take from by various means. And the chief energy, the chief means by which we receive energy is the food. The chief energy that we receive is through the food, and that is through the mouth. That's why mouth is formed first for all beings. According to the anthropogenesis written by the Puranas, when in the ovum, when the bubble is formed, as the bubble takes solidification, the first thing that happens is the mouth. First mouth happens, then ears happen, then eyes happen, then nose, the holes happen. They don't have the form of the ears, the form of the eyes, they happen later. One hole over here in the ball, one hole over here, two holes on either side, two holes which would be the future eyes, two holes which would be the future nostrils. They happen. Then the spinal column happens, around which the body fivefold body is built. All this happens in the womb of the mother, which is again delivered out from the backside of the mother. So from the backside of the lower center of the father, we are into the mother. From the backside of the and the lower center of the mother, we are delivered. So also is the case with animals. That this is only to say that we receive from higher circles subtler energies or higher energies, and we deliver into the lower circuits the next state of awareness. So the Devas do that in all the planes. From plane 1 to plane 2, from plane 2 to plane 3, from plane 3 to plane 4, it keeps happening. In another way, if we understand the energies of the higher circle, they are food for the lower circle. That which we deliver into lower circles is the food for the lower circle. What happens is, for example, when we are in the mother's womb, we take the energies from the mother and come down. We take energies from the mother and come down. Like this, one is food for the other is a huge dimension which the Veda speaks of. Annam, they say it, Annam. Annam means food. Food means that which nourishes us. Fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, all that which we eat is food. This food is originally generated from the Aswins. There is a hymn which says, Annam Brahmen Divya Janat, like that. Know that Annam is Brahma. It is the original essence that comes to us through the food that we eat. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat. Annadhyena kalvimani bhutani jayante. All beings all over the universe are nourished by food. But the food differs from each plane to other plane. The food of the animals is different from the food of the men. The food of the plant is different from the food of the man. Different planes have different states of food. The higher plane is the food for the lower plane. The lower plane again offers food to the still lower plane. Just for the fun of it, not that it should be recorded forever. We used to have, before these municipalities came into existence, and before humanity learned building toilets and lavatories, they were all excreting outside in the village, somewhere near a lake, and then clean themselves. All that excrete was the food for the pigs. Even the human excrete is food for some species. Likewise, the excrete of the cow is food for the plants. Nothing is wasted. That's why there is a saying that there is no waste in creation, there is a wasted thing in creation. We waste things because we don't have the knowledge. But those who have knowledge, they know how to utilize everything that is in creation for the benefit of the life at large. That's why there is no waste in creation. There is a lot of wasted things in creation. The third ray is intelligent utilization of all natural resources. That is what the third ray stands for. There is nothing that is not useful. Only thing is we should know how to use it, where to use it, when to use it. That's how it is. This recycling is also a part of that activity. See, water is recycled, Waste paper is recycled. So many things are recycled. It's all the third activity to get back into the system for consumption. Because all is energy in different forms. All is energy in different forms. So we should know how best to utilize all the energy. The waters that flow through the rivers, they must be fully utilized because they are meant for the beings. There is no point in letting the waters into the sea. As much waters are let into the sea, so much water is wasted away. The rivers flow for the sake of the beings. So as much water we should be able to use and then cultivate the fields and enable so many beings to live. Likewise, all is reutilized in creation. So in this context, in this sloka, what it says is, the Devas are sick, while the lotuses that are worn by as garland by the Aswins, when they secrete, those secretions are taken by the Devas. The Devas secrete from their back, which are received by humans, and we are supported by those energies. We receive all energies, and chiefly the energy that we take in is from the mouth. That comes in the next stanza. So now with this, if you study, the 10th stanza comes to conclusion. I worship the glory of the not untrue beings Aswins. That is the first line. Tau nasatya Aswinau mahema. Mahema means I worship the glory. When Mahat is worshipped, it is called the glory of Aswins. I worship. Sajam, let us look into Sajam Jaya Vibrudaha Pushkarasya, meaning those Aswins, they are wearing garlands made up of blue and white lotuses. Blue and white lotuses. And these lotuses secrete by the day and by the night. Tau nasatya amrita vrudha vrute. They keep on secreting, and Deva tat prapadena sute. The Devas are all impregnated by those energies, and they in turn deliver those energies. The beauty of the Deva is they don't retain anything. The beauty of the Deva is as they receive, they distribute. That's why they remain always resplendent. They remain transparent. They remain always in a state of light, because whatever is received is given away. That's why one of the fundamentals of discipleship is receive as much as you give. Don't hold. Don't block. Whatever you receive, you give. You are light. Light in terms of weight also. We receive, we hold it, then it's a concession, it's a blockage, and you suffer because of that blockage. And then you are also causing a disturbance to a cyclical flow of energies. For example, the rains that fall on earth, they fall on in rivers, and the rivers the rivers flow in such a manner that it is available to all beings of the planet. Then the rest of the waters flow into ocean. Flow into ocean. In the ocean, what is happening? The ocean offers all the waters to the sun rays. The sun rays pick up the ocean waters and then form the clouds. The clouds don't hold them. Only during the rainy, in the summer, the waters move up, then they are held, and the clouds appropriately release all the waters. By the time the rainy season is over, the clouds are all white, When they receive water, they are dark. A rainy cloud is dark. A cloud that discharges all its waters, it shines forth like pure white, pure brilliant white. When sun rays fall on the white cloud, it shines forth, it gives such beautiful form, you get the joy of it. Why? Because there is not any drop of water in that cloud. The same cloud was black before when it was holding. So it releases everything to the earth. That's how there is a cyclical movement of water on earth. And all beings are benefited. That's why even the cloud is white. Likewise, the Deva is white. Likewise, the humans can also tend to ascend and become ascended humans. The masters of wisdom are all ascended humans. Ascended humans because they don't retain anything with them. Whatever is received is distributed. They receive knowledge, they distribute it. They receive material, they distribute it. They don't hold anything. Those who hoard and cause a suspension of the flow of energies, they remain ignorant, they suffer, they have congestion, all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. Frequently I tell you about a master from the west coast of India, Bhaktaraj Maharaj. He had a very good rhythm which I haven't seen with any other, and not even with me. As it comes, he keeps on helping people with his advice, with his blessings, and with his intuitional processes. So much help he does. So people keep on giving. Whatever is given, it is only held up to 31st December. He keeps on giving. Whatever as it comes, he gives away. On 31st December, he makes sure he calls all the inmates of his ashram and say, give away today all that is in the house. All, including the rice, the cereals, the pulses, all kitchen should be clean. All clothing that has come should go away. All money has to go away. Everything has to go away. 1st January he starts afresh. Nothing in the kitchen. No bank balance, no store in the house, nothing except what they wear. That's how he lives. He doesn't insist on others, but he demonstrates it every time. He says, when I met him once, he said, on 31st December, my balance sheet is clean, he says. See, we make balance sheets annually, There are some properties, there are some commitments, these are there and the other are there. As far as his balance sheet is, at the end of the year there is nothing. He starts with fresh zero. And it goes on. Once a man came and gave him a bag full of currency. A bag full of currency, something like 700,000 rupees, meaning 0.7 million rupees. The master asked him, what is this? He said, this bag is full of money, master. Because of your advice, I earned a lot. I thought I should share some of it with you, so I brought this. He was sitting on a cart. He said, put it under the cart. He said, put it under. If 7 lakhs of rupees are given, his cart is always in the veranda. in his ashram, his cart was always on the veranda, on which sometimes he sits and sometimes he sleeps. He said, put it under the cart. Normally, when so much money is given, people go and put it under locker and have safety lockers. I saw it. He said, put it. And he left. Then the master said, someone will come for this money. That's why the money came before. Someone will come for this money. Nothing comes for me because I don't need any. I don't need any, but it has come. It means it has something. It goes to someone. Let us see, he said. Touch wood, in 1 hour's time, another fellow came with great difficulties. He came with great difficulties. He went on weeping before the master. So the master inquired what exactly has happened. He said he is into a great debt, and if he doesn't pay the debt, he will be put in behind the bars, and he has a wife and children, and he is buried. He said, how much you need? Then the man said, 0.7 million rupees. As it came, it came. That is the stature of a master who is in tune with the Devas. Nothing is kept for himself. We are so fearful that we keep on hoarding. As much we are poor in our release, so much everything gets congested in us. And that congestion causes tremendous trouble to our flow. For the flow of energy is in us. The flow in us is two ways. One is flow of awareness, another is flow of life. When the flow of awareness and the flow of life are blocked, you suffer a lot. All suffering of the humanity is that they don't understand the law of the nature. That's why I say the animals have not so many sicknesses as we have. Because they don't block anything. The animals do not block anything. The plants, they don't block anything. If someone comes and picks up a banana, it doesn't resist. All that it gives, it goes out for others. All is received and to be given. All is received to be given, that's the law. That is what the Devas demonstrated. If a man demonstrates, he is also a semi-Deva. If he keeps on gathering, one day he will die. He will die of sickness, he will die of congestion. Congestion can be of awareness, congestion can be of life force. So this is a dimension relating to the 10th and 11th, last part of 10th and first part of the entire part of the next mantra. The next mantra is like this. I will read out first. Mukhena garbham labhetam yuvanau gatasure tat prapadena sute sadjo jato matara mati garbha tabasviro munchadho jivasega. You two Aswins, you cause pregnancy through mouth and deliver the creation. The creation dies and gets delivered through your ankles. You kindly release the cows for my life and bless me. Right? And bless. It's all very mystical. Nothing is understood as such. But the beauty is the mukhena garbham, the entire inflow into any being is through the mouth. The intake is from the mouth. The mouth is impregnated by the energy which is in the form of food and drink. Mukhena garbham. Labhetam yuvanau. You ensure that all beings open their mouth and eat. From just born baby to the grand old person, all open their mouth when there is hunger. So you make sure that all receive through the mouth. Pregnancy does not mean only bearing child. When we receive in the head a thought, we are pregnant with thought. Isn't it? And we are regularly impregnated by thought in the head. And then we try to manifest it through the entire system and release that thought. Likewise, we receive food from the mouth. Whatever we receive from the mouth, it tends to gather itself and transform into energy as it goes down. All food is ultimately transformed into energy, which we call glucose, and is distributed again to all the Devas in the body. Distributed to all the Devas in the body. And the Devas don't retain it. They prepare the 7 tissues of the body which relate to the 7 planes of our awareness. They prepare the 7 tissues of our body are nourished by the energy which is formed out of the food that we take in. That's why unless balanced food is taken, your nourishment of these 7 tissues would not be in their completeness. Eating as you like is one thing. Eating a balanced food where there are minerals, there are vegetables, there is enough calcium, there is enough protein, all those which we see in the health pages, they come from food only. Everything comes from food. So through food, which is taken in a very balanced manner, the 7 tissues are well built. The essence of the food finally is in the 7th tissue, which is called the sperm. The sperm. The sperm expresses itself through the lower part again and gives birth to another being. It goes into the mother's womb and grows there and comes out of the mother's vagina. So this is how all that you take, there is even the pregnancy that happens is on account of the initial food that is introduced into the mouth. And all that we deliver into outer world by way of our actions, apart from pregnancy and all that, depends upon the strength that we have built, and that strength comes from the quality of the food that we eat. That's why there is a saying that the quality of food that you take also reflects itself in the quality of your action, in the quality of your speech, in the quality of your thought. That's why in all ashrams of the seers, food is regulated in a manner that very chaste food which would build the tissues of the body in right proportion are given. And they are ensured to be expended. They are ensured to be expended. No one is allowed to grow in their weight and grow in their belly in an ashram. It has to be expended. So this kind of receiving is called impregnation. And we are all impregnated through the mouth, and we deliver. We deliver with the energy that we receive from the food. We deliver to the surroundings by way of our actions, our speeches, and our thoughts. That's how it is. So we are regularly impregnated, and regularly we deliver. For example, when I come here every time, there is impregnation and delivery without gestation. I come and sit here, you keep receiving the wisdom and you keep giving out the wisdom. That's the beauty of teaching, where through teaching you are cleansed, through teaching, because it always comes from higher circles and gets into lower circles. It's like taking a shower of energies all the time. From higher circles you receive and you that's why teaching is healing. A teacher is healed when he is teaching. Not only that, the listeners are also healed because the energy carries that kind of magnetic impact. So we receive to give. We receive to give. Sometimes we receive to immediately give. Sometimes we receive, we become pregnant with it, and later we release. We release. This receiving, holding and releasing is a regular activity. So you cause pregnancy through the mouth and deliver to the creation. We release it to the lower circles around. Receiving vertically and distributing horizontal. That's how it happens. When it comes to pregnancy, there is a difference. It is held for certain time. Thoughts also, in ideation, sometimes people spend a lot of time. You may not hold a thought for 9 months, but pregnancy is held for 9 months. Isn't it? Who holds it? Who holds the pregnancy? A live energy, a spark like fiery energy is held by the matter in the body. It creates a kind of protective placenta in the womb of the mother. That's why the next sentence says, the creation dies. Dies means it gets hidden in the layers of the material that develop around the being who is in the womb of the mother. When the baby is delivered, the placenta gives way, or we see that the placenta is removed. The placenta is a protection for the baby until it is delivered. Once the baby is delivered, the placenta is removed. If the baby remains in placenta, it dies as it comes out. That's why this placenta has a role to play up to a time, which is actually, it's like you are hidden in the placenta and it can cause death to you. It can cause death to you. So this, every secretion, that's why whatever when you take a fruit which a tree gives, in that point where the fruit is connected to the tree, as the fruit releases itself from the tree, there are certain secretions at that point which should not be eaten. Which should not be eaten. It carries death. You take a mango, that point which was earlier in connection with the tree, that should be eliminated. Likewise, if you eat apple, that point where the apple disassociates from the tree, that should not be eaten. Also that part in banana where it disassociates with the branch of the banana tree, that should not be eaten, because that's where it was earlier a protective thing for the fruit. Now the fruit has come out, that has to be eliminated. That's why banana peel is eliminated, banana is eaten, isn't it? Orange peel is eliminated, orange is eaten. Any fruit, mango peel is eliminated, mango is eaten. vegetable peel is taken out and then the inner thing carries more life. Life is always surrounded by death. That you should know. Life is always surrounded by death. You have to eliminate death to be alive. That's why daily secretions in us also we have to remove. If the baby that comes out is not put out of placenta, the baby dies. The baby dies. So this placenta part, which is the death part of the creation, in that life grows. In that life grows. You see the rice grain? The rice that is contained by the rice grain, the outer husk of the rice, you cannot eat. It is too strong. It is too strong. Likewise, even when the cow delivers, the initial milk should not be taken as people make what you call zununi, then in English there is a word for it. The first milk that comes from the cow is full of so much of protein and undigestible material, and it is very tasty and people eat it. What you make these custards, caramel, something like that. There is a thick milk that comes from the cow which should not be eaten. People who know they don't eat. Junu tintaru kada andaru. Junu tinakudu. The initial layers of any product shall have to be removed. It is so with all fruits, it is so with all vegetables. Because that part doesn't contain what human can digest. It causes problems. It causes problems. So what this hymn says is, surrounded by the inanimate substance, the baby grows in the womb. That inanimate substance is what is present. You cannot eat coconut as such, can you? The coconut, you all know coconut. There is the outer layer, there is the fiber, and there is a hard shell-like thing. They are all removed and the inner coconut only can be eaten. You can't eat the shell. You would lose your teeth. You can't bite it. So likewise, in creation, all life is transmitted by, all life is enveloped by anti-life element. Anti-life. In us also daily we secrete. We secrete from the ears, we secrete in the mouth. All these have to be cleaned every day, otherwise it works as death for us. Why? Because creation is a process of combustion. It's all the work of fire by which things are developed. So fire has its other activity of creating carbon. So very mystically, the stanza says, the creation dies and gets delivered through your ankles, meaning from the back of the being. When it is in the what you call quarantine period, that which surrounds the being is all anti-life. From anti-life, the life generates. Shasanan asane abhi, like that in Purusha Sukta. From the inanimate to animate, and from animate to inanimate. You wonderfully manage the whole material of the creation. That's what in Purusha Sukta is. From inanimate to animate, and from animate to inanimate. The life is always protected by anti-life. And it is when once it is delivered, we make sure the doctor eliminates the placenta. And that placenta should not be taken by any, because it is poison. To give that placenta to cows is a horrible act. The foot and mouth disease that has caused tremendous fear in Europe in early 90s was an account of feeding human placenta to the cow, because the cow gives more milk with that thing. We do many atrocities on the plant and animal kingdom to extract more than what nature gives. More. This is our sickness. If we have as much as Sora is in us, so much we want more. Sora, according to homeopathy, is unsatiable desire. Always you want, always more. The cry of the civilized humanity is more. That's why we have some malls which are named as more. For those who are sick to gather, there is a shop. The shop itself is named as more. That's all how we are. So to draw more milk from the cow, you do all atrocious things on the cow. And that milk is no milk. That milk is no milk. You do certain things to the plant, you inject certain things into the plant to get more fruits. You also inject into the fruit to make the fruit bulge. It bulges and looks very, very healthy, very shiny, but there is not much nourishment in it. There is also no natural taste in it. There is neither taste nor nourishment when you manipulate. There are natural fertilizers which should be used. There are natural pesticides which can be used. When you try to draw more, you are only causing a disturbance to the cyclical system. In the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord speaks of the cyclical system that runs this universe. And that cyclical system is Aswins. In a wheel, it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up. All moves into evolution and from involution to evolution. From evolution to involution, it keeps on cyclically happening. So in this cycle, what this sloka says is that you keep on releasing. There is a supply, there is a supply, and there is an inflow and an outflow. There is an inflow and an outflow which is continuously worked out by these energies, which are presided over by Devas. The Devas are all presided over by the Aswins. That's how this sloka speaks, that this cyclical movement you preside over, and poetically they say the garland of lotuses blue and white, and from them the Devas receive. The Devas distribute them from their back, and we, the other beings on earth, we receive. We also again release from our back. Receive by the mouth and release by the anus. This is how the food is moving. Impregnated by the head and delivered by the lower part. From this we have to understand that the higher centers related to us are meant for receiving from higher circles. The centers above the diaphragm, they are all meant to receive from higher circles. And the centers below the diaphragm, they are meant for distribution. So you use hands for distribution. The center for the hands is at the base. The center for the legs is at the base. The organs of action, which we call the urinary channel, the excretory channel, the hands and the legs, as also the speech, they all belong to Mooladhara. Likewise, all sensorium is controlled at the sacral. All thoughts are controlled, regulated at the solar plexus. Up to that, we keep on working with the lower centers. The higher centers are meant to receive, the lower centers are meant to distribute. From higher circles we receive and we release into the lower circles. So it's not that we are only focused about receiving, we also have to be focused about releasing. Receive to release is the keynote of the creation. Receive to release. When there is no release, then you have problems. That which you have arrested, that starts binding you slowly. The body binds. The properties and bank balances that we acquire, they also bind. All that which around us keeps on binding us. Why bind? If you understand the cyclical process and follow it like the Devas do, then there is no stuck up. Otherwise there is stuck up. Even at the end of this hymn, Upamanyu says one thing, please release me for the life of the cows, he says. For the sake of the cows. Jiva segaha, that is how the last part of the hymn. If I am stuck in this well, I cannot take care of the cows which I am entrusted with. His idea is, he is not seeking liberation for himself from the well. The well into which he has fallen, he wants that he should be put out by the Aswins. For what sake? To make sure that he continues his activity of serving the cows. So what should we be released when we are stuck? Only to serve the surrounding life. Jiva segaha, that's how it says. That's the beauty. We are all taught by religions to pray for ourselves all the time. But the Veda doesn't say that. The Veda says, and strengthen me, enforce me, so that I can serve the surroundings better. What for should you be enforced? What is the reason that you should be enabled? That you should be bestowed with more and more abilities? If you are given more and more abilities and you tend to be more and more a blocker, like the diabolics do, that's not it is working against flow of creation. That's why here Upamanyu says, just for the sake of those cows, the story is his teacher entrusted him with some cows now. So he has a responsibility to take care of those cows. If a master entrusts you with some work and you fall sick, let us say, just an example. You fall sick. You want to come out of sickness, isn't it? Please, Lord, help me to come out of sickness. Please, Master, help me to come out of sickness. It's not answered. This sickness is disabling me to work for your. The master entrusted you some work. This sickness is disabling me to conduct the work that I am entrusted with. I am to serve. Every student of a master, he is put into one service as well. Unfortunately, we lost the dimension that we live to serve. And we should not live if we are not serviceable. If we have no utility in this world, why should we be here? Why should we be here when we are no more useful to the surroundings? Why hang on? It's a burden. That's why in olden times, once they find that they are no more useful to the society, they used to walk out of the society. Walk out. That is what is called vanaprastha. The grandfathers, great-grandfathers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, they don't hang around the family. In the system of the wise, they don't hang around, they just move on. They say, we did what we could, and now we have entrusted things to you. You carry on, we move forward. So they go to forest and they are willing to cast off their bodies. Yes. They are trying to tune with the Devas or with the Master or with the Lord. Keep moving, say towards Benares. Somewhere on the way, collapse, finish. Over. That's the beauty. Don't stay uselessly here. See, for example, if you stay on here, after the seminar, if you stay on here after the seminar, you are a burden to the organizers, isn't it? If the entire group stays back for another 3 months, slowly Navanitam, you don't see him Navanitam as you see now. He disappears. Ravi Shankar disappears. And I don't come and teach classes. So you feel that it's all useless to stay. What would you do? So when you are not useful, you better get away. As long as you are useful, be here and serve. You look for life in you so that you can support the life surrounding you. Only up to that point. After that, you are not valid. Since we do not know how to get away, we are hanging around the society, and there are so many residencies, old age homes, and all kinds of things developing in the world which were not there before. If you go back by 100 years, even in Europe there are no old age homes, no residencies, no terminally ill centers, all kinds of. These are all because we don't know how to move. So here, Upamanyu, he is not seeking because he has become blind on account of the milk that's secreted from the white lotus, not white lotus, white calotropis. When he took out a leaf to eat, it's the milk that came out has fallen into his eye and he lost his eyes. He is disabled. When he is disabled, he is asking to be restituted, not for his sake. Not for his sake. For the sake of the cows, he says. For the sake of the cause which I am supposed to take care of, you kindly see that I am restituted. Our attitude towards sickness and our attitude for recovery from sickness is totally different. Totally. We want to recover for our sake. If we have, say, a cardiac problem, we want to recover for ourselves. Or we had some other fever, we want to recover for ourselves. For what? Why should the Devas cause recovery to you when it is for you? The very key to the creation, as is known to Veda, is if you exist for others. You exist for Many times I tell this story of the cow and the tiger. The cow was grazing in the forest. And unwittingly she fell in the eyes of a tiger. So the tiger was very hungry. It was looking for some food and she found a very healthy cow. So the tiger approached the cow. I am very hungry, so you know what it is. The cow said, yes, you are hungry and I would do my duty completely well when I offer myself to you. I agree. But there is one small problem. What is the problem? The cow said, I have a calf at home, recently delivered. You don't need my milk, it needs my milk. You need my flesh. You don't need my milk. The calf doesn't need my flesh. It requires milk. I will give milk to the calf and come back. So the cow went home and it called for a meeting of the family. It has 3 calves. And then the bull. The bull is there. The 3 calves and it's a family. 2 plus 3. So it explained that a tiger is very hungry and it wanted me as its food. We have a duty to feed the hunger of the others. So I give milk to the youngest one who needs it. Because the other calves, they can graze. They can graze in the fields, they can live by themselves. Only this little thing requires me. I will give milk and I go. We have to permit. So they let the cow give milk to the youngest calf. Later, when the cow is moving, all the 3 calves said, we also come with you. We'll also offer ourselves to the tiger. The bull says, if I offer myself, I think her hunger will be fully satisfied. The tiger's hunger will be fully satisfied. I am so big and so strong and I have so much muscles. You know the bull? You have seen the bull the other day? A bull is much more stronger and carries lot of flesh. The bull said, I'll also come. Let us all go. Let the tiger be satisfied, because what for should we live? We should live to support the life of others. Sincerely, all the 5 have gone. All the 5. The cow saw. It was not even expecting this cow to come back. Because normally people escape, no? But the cow came with 3 calves and the bull. And they were saying, please spare others, eat me. Like that everyone is saying. Spare others and eat me for today. The tiger was perplexed. What kind of family is this? What kind of family is this that extraordinarily service oriented? And they are competing with each other for being eaten by me. It felt, I can't eat you all. I can't eat you all, number one, and I don't want to eat any one of you. Get lost. I am so deeply pleased that I leave you all. I find some other food. Don't worry, you go. Such are the stories in Puranas. To drive home the point, your life is worthy if you are living to benefit some people. Your life is worthy if your life is to benefit some people. That's why this Upamanyu, he says, I am not so much worried about my blindness. I am disabled. This disability does not let me to take the cows of the villagers into forest. So what would happen to the cows? My master has to find another man. So I lose an opportunity to serve. I lose an opportunity to serve. Therefore, kindly ensure that I am released. Released from what? From the well. That's why it says, you kindly release. Translation is not correctly given. You kindly release me for the cows and bless me. Only release me for the cows. That me is missing and for has come later. Release me for the sake of the cows and thus bless me. That's how the hymn is. The hymn, you cause pregnancy through the mouth and deliver the creation. The creation dies and gets delivered through your ankles. You kindly release me for the sake of the cows and bless me. That is the 11th stanza, which puts us to a very high dimension of the purpose of life. And for that, in the preceding slokas, he shows how Aswins help the Devas and how the Devas help the other Devas. From above downwards, how the energies all flow. The higher ones are always for the lower ones. The lower ones are for the still lower ones. That's why as humans, we have a responsibility, as I said in the very beginning, towards animals and plants and mineral. We crazily worship the Devas. We crazily worship the Devas. You give me that, you give me this. There is no end to it, as if they are our magic lamps. We keep on rubbing them, Ali Baba and the magic lamp. He keeps on rubbing. A giant appears. You ask, he gives. This is how we learnt about the divinity thanks to the religion of Kali Yuga. All this activity is Dwapara and Kali Yuga activity to worship higher beings to fulfill yourself. But before that, in Treta and Krita, you worship to fulfill the beings around. So that dimension again it appears. Everywhere it appears in the ancient wisdom. Everywhere it appears in the ancient wisdom. Try to be useful in every which way you can. Don't try to use in every which way you can. We have become experts in using others for our sake. We have to gain expertise to be useful to others in as many ways as possible. That inversion we have to reverse. For that all this wisdom is. So that's how it is, and tomorrow morning we conclude with the last mantra, which is again a prayer. In this mantra we have touched upon the sublime dimension of living for the sake of others. See, when Rama, he has completed his work, and when he set everything in order, he just walked into the river. I am no more needed, so why should I stay up? He left into the river. Likewise, Pandavas, when they have set the order from lawlessness to law and established the order, then they also moved on into the Himalayas and cast away. There are so many examples that as you complete your work, don't hang around. As long as you are here, you have to be useful. Don't plan for a residency. A very comfortable residency, don't plan. As long as there is breath in you, so long try to help something. You can water a plant, you can feed an animal, a bird. You can feed a man, you can support any support that you offer. Our support of others gives the eligibility for us to be here. Otherwise not. That's the dimension from the 11th stone. Thank you one and all. You have 12 minutes time today. 12 minutes time to regather for the prayer. Namaskar.
Om.